Welcome to Germantown Academy for the first Interact matchup between GA and Malvern. I am Max Davis, and I am here joined by my color commentator, Ben Creighton. Ben, what do you have to say about today's game?
You know, I'm very excited for this game. GA has not beaten Malvern since 2004, so I'd love to see a win here. You know, been a long time.
Yeah, I think GA has the possibility and opportunity to do that.
Definitely.
Last year against Malvern, they did not have Xavier Stern or a quarterback playing quarterback. Georgia Rent, the receiver, was playing quarterback. This year they have a quarterback back to be able to play.
That is
so. All right, we will be back. The national anthem will be playing. We will be right back. Malvern will kick off to the Patriots, and they will receive the ball first. And GA has come off their bye looking to take over the Interact. Last year, they didn't win any Interact games. This year, this is where the mission begins. This is the whole point of the season. Ben, what are you expecting out of the Patriots today?
You know, we do have a few injuries out there today, but I'm expecting a lot of fight in our boys. You know, they're pumped for the Interact. They've been waiting for this. The seniors, they've been waiting all 4 years for this time. This is our last Interact. Like, first game of the Interact's their last time. They're going to play hard, and they're not going to give up.
Mick McKee lets the kickoff bounce to the end zone. And here comes the Patriots offense. Today, Brandon Truskowski is out, so Jack Dollarton, the freshman, will be taking over at tackle for him.
Patriots will start 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
You're in the middle of the field, Joe. Oh, slant too. Okay.
Sorry if you have any playback from behind us. The Malvern coaches are right by the booth.
Stern waves Nate Rose out. 2 men on his right, 2 men on his left. Takes a snap, looking, fires. Mick McKee. Short gain of around 1 yard. You know, the Stern to McMckee connection is all that's talked about because he's really the #1 receiver. McMckee on the season has 40 catches for 627 yards. He's been dominant this season with Xavier. Their connection, it's been cool to see.
Empty again, empty again.
Patriots going empty. Stern in the backfield. Flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
I don't know.
Don't know who the flag is on yet.
Neutral zone?
Offsides, Friars.
Offsides on Malvern. Patriots will take that. 2nd and 5 from their own 34.
2nd and 4 for the Patriots.
Malvern's defense is very strong. They got 3 commits, 2 upcoming commits, underclassmen. Stern takes the handoff to Nate Rose. Big pass gets batted down by number 52, Joseph Susher. Yeah, Malvern's defense is pretty dominant. They, on the season, have only allowed the first loss of the season was week 1 against LaSalle, who's 2nd in the state. But since then, they've been dominant, 4-0, 4 straight wins, and they've beaten top teams on the East Coast. #1 team in Delaware, 10th team in New Jersey, 7th team in Maryland.
Yeah, they're definitely coming off a hot streak, and we'd love to see the Pats take that down.
Stern looks the pass, escapes the pocket, runs, pushed out of bounds by number 41, Dylan Novak. Looks close enough to be a first down, but they're going to mark it short. 3rd and about 1 yard. 4th and 1. 4th and 1.
4th and 1 for the Patriots.
Here's the punt.
Taking out the offense, bring out the punt team. I feel like at this point in the game, I think it's a good decision.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. They don't want to get the ball up too early, give up an early touchdown. Not something you want to give up.
Tommy Rush into punt.
Tommy Rush, the punt for the Patriots.
Out of bounds.
All right, here we go, Sixers. Hey, we're going red bunch bounce.
Looks like about
Texan. Red bunch bounce.
30-yard punt.
Red bunch bounce. 38.
Ref
Texan.
marks it at around the 45 for the Patriots, so it's a generous punt for the Friars. They'll take over. The Friars are led by Jackson Melkonian, their quarterback, number 11. He is not committed for anything for football, but he is committed to Vanderbilt for baseball, which is pretty interesting.
A lot of athletes on this team.
Yeah.
So the GA defense holds up here.
Melkonian hands up, pitches it to number 2, Zeke Bates.
All right, here we go.
It's
Hey,
the first.
red
Zeke
nub
Bates,
plus.
another star in this offense. He's committed to Minnesota.
46
He's a senior running back.
Red nub plus.
He get the first down. He makes a big play on the first offensive play of the game for the Friars.
Red nub plus hustle.
Nick McKee out there showing his versatility as well. You know, he comes out there as a wide receiver and making his plays, and then he comes here and makes a tackle on the defense, playing both ways.
Yeah, he had a great all-around performance against Petty 2 weeks ago. 2 touchdown catches and a pick, game-winning pick for the Patriots. Melkonian hands it off to
All right, got 4 there. Hey, stay over
Got around
Sixers.
4.
Stay in Sixers. Blue
2nd and
over,
6
blue over Hawaii.
for the Friars. It was Danny Riley on the carry.
4, 2nd and 6 for Malvern.
Hey, tell Schuster to reduce a little bit here.
Melkonian throws
Good job.
number
Good job.
3,
Get up.
Cade Cooper.
Melkonian's
All right,
Would be a
stay in here.
first
Hey,
down
red near. Let's go
for
red
the
near.
Friars. Cade Cooper
Red near.
is a junior.
Jaguar.
He has 13 offers from Penn State, Maryland, many others. He's another talented offensive piece for the Friars. Ryder Orenstein seems to be covering today. Melkonian hands off, fakes the hand. Oh, he did hand it off to number 24,
All right. Stay with it here.
Danny Riley.
Danny Riley on the carry.
Sure about
red bunch.
6,
Red
7
bunch, 36 Bronco.
yard gain.
Gain of second.
And so far, the Malvern offense is looking run heavy.
Run heavy,
Very
dominant.
run heavy.
I did take a peek at Malvern's stats. Ever since week 1, their loss against LaSalle, Melkonian doesn't have more than 150 passing yards in the game. There's Bates on the edge. Pushed out of bounds by Timmy Ginter around the 8-yard line. So Friars making their way easily down the field in this Patriots defense. And this Patriots defense is without one of their best players, nose tackle Brandon Truskowski, who's out for the game. But they have Declan Dean replacing him on nose tackle, and he is just as dominant as Brandon.
Declan Dean is an animal out there.
He is an animal.
I'd have to say.
Melkonian fakes the handoff, looks to run, and he slips and falls down at about the 9, loss of 1 to make it second and goal.
Hey, let's go red near 36 Patriot. Red near 36 Patriot.
Second and goal with ball to the 9-yard line.
Red near. Sixers. We're in Sixers. Why was Stevie coming?
Friars in the huddle. Hopefully, they're hoping for a score here, taking advantage of the Patriots' punt. Hands off to Zeke Bates. Gets stuffed by Maurice Gooseby and Dominic DeSimone, the star linebacker duo for the Patriots.
Gooseby and the famous Dominic DeSimone on the tackle.
You can hear Mr. Jacobs over the mic.
The famous Dom DeSimone.
Hey, trips.
Third and goal for the Patriots. For the Friars.
Third and goal for the Friars from around the 8-yard line.
It's a big stop right here. We really need this one.
Melkonian in the Zeke Bates in the backfield with Melkonian. Looks to pass,
Good job. Good
gets
decision.
Steven Smith
It's a flag on the
for a
field.
4-yard gain. Flag on the play. Signaled on the Friars.
Hey, how about a Michigan
on the
game?
reception.
Gonna push the Friars back at
Hey,
least
it's
10
blue
yards.
Blue trips, Michigan.
Or no, 5 yards. Sorry about that.
It'll be a repeat on
False
the third
start. So that'll make it 3rd and 14 or 3rd and goal from the 14 for the Friars. Makes it a little more difficult. This Patriots defense should take advantage. Hopefully, we'll take advantage of this.
Third and goal with the ball on the 13-yard line.
Melkonian in the shotgun. Zeke Bates, another flag.
Flag on the play.
False start again on the Friars.
down. Wow.
3rd and goal from the 19 coming up.
All right, let's do it.
Wow.
Malvern seems like they've come out here a little bit tired, and this happens a lot. You have a big dog going to a smaller underdog team, and they come out not prepared, tired, thinking it's going to be an easy walkthrough, and that's how they get punished.
Yep. I did hear from Declan Dean that Patriots had a great week of practice. Melkonian looking to pass, going for Cade Cooper, and caught. There's a reason Cade Cooper has 13 offers as a junior.
He was
That
covered
was a great catch by Cade Cooper there.
He was covered by 2 defenders, and he still found space, able to make the catch.
Also a great throw by Melkonian.
Good down there.
But looks like they're going to go for 2 here.
That's why we worked at every day in practice.
In the shotgun, Melkonian
Friars
with
going for 2.
Drew Waterfield in the backfield. Oh, now it's fake. Now they're going for a kick. It's a little
Friars not going for 2.
misdirection from the Friars.
Gopez.
Ian Gopez on the kick.
Extra point.
Melkonian going to hold. And the kick is good. 7-0 Friars.
6:17 remaining in the first quarter.
I mean, I like that drive out of the Friars. You know, the defense for GA held up pretty strong. There's not much you can do against some of these top players, but
yeah, there's not much you can do. But it was a great play by Malvern. I think it was unfortunate the Patriots defense couldn't hold them, but I think they showed their identity and they played pretty well on that drive. But
GA proved that they can hang in there with this team.
yes. I think now they have to attack with their offense because this year their offense is more explosive compared to last year, especially against Malvern.
Most definitely.
Not a quarterback playing at quarterback.
And with our new running back,
Nate Rose, yes.
Yes.
Nate Rose is been pretty good on the season. He's got,
What did Dylan say?
that doesn't seem right.
Clark and McKee back.
97 carries for 422 yards. Mick McKee, I'm going to watch it fly into the end zone. Mick McKee is a very dangerous returner. Looks like they're going to try to avoid kicking it to him today. He has a return touchdown on the season, over 300 yards of return yards on the season as well.
Patriots will have the ball on their own 20-yard line. First and 10.
Stern in the shotgun. Tommy Rush on his left. Mick McKee on his right. Ryan Clark on his right. Motions Mick McKee. Hands it off to Nate Rose. Breaks a tackle. Breaks a few tackles. Gets about 5 yards on the run. Tackled by number 23, Joe Rosano.
Nate Rose there defies all odds. You know, you see him get the ball, you see him go in there, and you think he's certain that he's down, and then you see him spit through and break a few tackles.
Yeah, big pickup for the Patriots offense this offseason. And I know that he is been very great, very good for this offense. He's opened another lane, another ability for this team.
Not only deadly with the ball throwing with Xavier, but now we have the run game as well.
Stern, empty backfield. 3 men on his left, 2 men on his right. Nate Rose lined up as a receiver. Stern escapes, fires, looks down for, nearly intercepted by number 41, Dylan Novak. Stern's trying to get it to Josh Kane on the throw. 3rd and 5 for the Patriots.
3rd and 5 for the Patriots.
I think here, I don't know, I mean, their only successful play so far on this drive was the rush with Nate Rose. I mean, you could go back to that play, or it seems they don't really want to go for it on 4th, so I think maybe running it could be the play, or they could pass that Stern McMckee connection as well.
Most definitely.
Have that possibility there. Stern in the shotgun, Nate Rose on his right. Dolder motions, 2 men on his left. Whistles blow. False. Timeout. Patriots. Patriots hoping, trying to draw up a play. Greg Isdanner in the huddle currently, trying to get his team ready for a 3rd and around 5 yards. Patriots on their own 25. So far, Xavier Stern 1 for 3, 1 yard. Stern in the shotgun, Nate Rose on his right, 2 men on his left. Dolder motions right again. Stern motions and hands off to Nate Rose again, and stuffed. No gain on the play, and here comes the punt team again.
We're gonna come back to play 7.
I mean,
So play
it's unfortunate for the Patriots offense, but they still got the ability and plenty of time to work for touchdowns.
Most definitely. 5 minutes remaining on the clock.
Yeah, in the first quarter. Tommy Rush punt,
Tommy Rush to punt
boots it,
for the Patriots.
roll. They're going to let it roll, and it takes a Patriots roll, but picked up by number 6. Wow. Steven Smith, and gets absolutely stuffed
Steven Smith on
by
the return.
Timmy Ginter and Jake McVeigh.
Timmy Ginter
I mean,
on
that was a
the
very good punt out of Tommy
Yeah.
Rush. I mean, it landed at the 45, and it might have bounced all the way down to almost to the 35
Yeah.
yard line.
Took a very favorable Patriots bounce compared to the last punt that was kicked out of bounds.
10 on their own 25
Yes.
yard line with 4:49 remaining in the first quarter.
Hey, have Nick's ready.
Declan Dean sprinting off the field. Melaconian in the shotgun motions Steven Smith to his right, to his left. And Zeke Bates breaks a couple tackles, and he's off to the races. Oh, and he stumbles, tripped up by Jake McVeigh.
Hey, let's go red.
I mean, you thought
20-yard carry.
You thought the GA defense had him there, and then he hit a spin move, broke 2 tackles, and just uses pure strength to
Yeah, you can
fire
tell
through.
he's extremely talented. Many players on this Friars offense. That's plenty of talent. Melaconian, 2 men on his left, 1 man on his right. Takes a snap, looks to throw, goes deep for number 3, Cade Cooper, and he mosses Ryder Orenstein. He caught that last catch in the end zone for that touchdown. It was a great catch, and he just made another amazing catch.
Let's go red nub Rex. Red
There's a
nub
reason this
Rex.
team is ranked number 6 in the
Red nub
state.
Rex, 45 Colt. That's a heck of a catch, man.
That's a safety valve. Hey, just get it up there. He's going to go win it.
Zeke Bates in the backfield, Melaconian in the shotgun. 2 men on his right,
There's no adjustment.
on his left. Fakes the handoff, hands it off to who was that? Danny Riley.
All right, hey, let's go. Hold up. Let's go blue
Danny
bunch.
Riley on the carry.
No, actually, let's run to Tyler said. Let's go red bunch. Hey, red bunch bounce 18 Jaguar.
Brings up a 2nd and 7 for the Friars.
Melaconian on the season against Gonzaga last week, 109 yards.
Hold up.
He is
Red bunch.
currently not in the backfield. They got
Catch now.
Danny Riley in the shotgun with Zeke Bates off to his left.
Nobody out here.
Zeke Bates gets the snap and he runs and he's gonna score. Oh, but there's a flag. There is a flag.
Hey, 5 is mirroring Cade.
Hey.
5, the safety,
Yeah.
mirroring Cade.
Yes.
Where he goes, he
We got a hold.
Looks like we
Hey,
have a holding
we're
on
gonna
the
need Danny, I
play.
think, at F.
Gonna take away the touchdown for the Friars, and that's
Zeke did.
lucky for the Patriots because that was a great play drawn up by the Friars.
All right, hey, let's go red empty.
Patriots had to take advantage of this, and I believe they can. They have a very talented defense, especially on the defensive line. Declan Dean, Luke Albert, and Matthew Hadlock. And then they got extremely talented, the duo linebacker, according to Mr. Jacobs, the famous Dominic DeSimone
Red empty.
and Maurice Gooseby.
2nd and 11 from Malvern Prep.
F.
I think it's also notable to mention that there's only 1 senior out there, Declan Dean, right now. On that
And
line.
McMckee. Oh, on the defense line, yes. Melaconian is getting
Oh,
tackled and dumps it off to
swing is a good look.
Danny Riley for a gain of about 1, so make it 3rd and 10.
Hey, I like
That was
Friars.
Luke Albert that
I like Sixers, unless you wanna go Georgia.
broke through there. Almost had the sack.
Shit.
Yeah, had Melaconian stumbling, followed back at least 10 yards before dumping it off to Danny Riley there.
That's where we need a big stop out of the defense here.
Yeah, this is a big moment for the Patriots. 2:49 remaining in the first quarter. 7-0. Friars.
3rd and 10 for the Friars.
3rd and 10.
Hey, hold up. We don't have an H in the game. What timeout? Call timeout. Where's TJ Fed?
Timeout.
You can hear the
Friars.
Malvern coaches in the booth over our mics
On that.
calling for a timeout, and that's what they do.
All right, you want to stick with it? You want to stick with shit?
We'll be right back. 3rd and 10 for the Friars.
3rd and 10 for the Friars.
Melaconian in the shotgun.
I mean, to me, especially with that timeout, it seems like the Malvern team is still asleep. You know, they're drawing dumb flags.
Melaconian looks,
Schuster fell and
escapes,
Danny's run.
motioning for Cade Cooper to run back and escapes the pocket and gets the first down on the run. Tackled by Luke Albert. That's just unfortunate.
All right, hey, let's
They
go.
had them all,
Let's go,
had all the receivers
let's go red bunch.
strapped,
You wanna go
and
ship?
covered, and
All right, let's go. Let's say, let's
Melaconian uses his legs to get the first down.
Hey, let's go.
First
Blue
down,
ship
Friars.
right. Blue ship right.
First down for the Friars from about the 14-yard line. 2:12 remaining in the first quarter. 7-0 Friars. Friars marching down the field.
Yeah, he went too far off the hash. If he held the hash, it's wide open. We need to talk to him.
Danny Riley in the backfield with Jackson Melaconian in the shotgun. Melaconian looks to throw. Steps up in the pocket, fires
Good
to
job,
Cade
good job,
Cooper
touchdown.
again. Another touchdown for Cade Cooper.
Dude, that's a great job by
Wow.
Cade sitting in the window there.
That was a great throw. He fired that to his man, Cade Cooper. Cade Cooper looks a little
Can we get a
limpy getting off the field, but still a great play for the Friars. 13-0. They're going for 2 again. Could be another misdirection for the Friars. And they do go for 2. Melaconian runs and has a wide open lane. Gets the 2-point conversion. 15-0 Friars.
There's a flag.
But there's a flag after the play.
There's a flag on the field.
I suspect maybe a celebration gone too far. High school sports have been knocking down a lot on celebrations. A lot.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Friars, I think. Or no, on GA.
Unsportsmanlike contact on the Patriots.
Yeah, on the Patriots. So that will give the Friars an advancement in the kickoff. They're going to push the football up. We'll see. They're going to move it up right now.
Friars 15, Patriots 0.
We'll see here if the Friars decide to kick to the dangerous returner, Mick McKee. So far, in 2 kickoffs, they've kicked it over his head into the end zone. You know, he has the breakaway speed and the ability to take one to the house right here.
Yeah, most definitely. Let's hope that he can catch us one and bring it to the house.
Lopez to kick off for the Friars.
Gopez kicking off. It low. Just rolls out of bounds way past Mick McKee. That'll be a penalty.
Out of bounds.
And the ball will be placed at the Patriots 35.
That's just what comes out with high school sports, you know. You can't expect a kicker or QB to make every pass or kick like you would in the NFL or college levels.
It's a windy, brisk day here at Carey Stadium.
Yes.
There's chances of showers, but so far, nothing yet. So hopefully it'll remain that way, but there are some clouds moving in.
I would describe this as perfect football weather, you know.
Yeah.
Nice and chilly. Nice little sweatshirt on.
Yeah. So, Ben, how's the preparation for hockey season going?
It's going well. You know, we're starting lifts every Tuesday, Thursday. You know, we're looking good. We lost a few seniors, but we got a couple freshmen coming up who are ready to play. And I think we're looking to be competitive yet again this season.
And you got a new coach, right?
Yes, we have a new coach, Nick Cervalli. He is
Frank Cervalli.
Frank Cervalli. He is very well known in the hockey community. He is a NHL reporter. Very nice guy. True
All right.
hockey guy.
Stern in the shotgun. Nate Rose on his left. On his right.
That's a hold.
And there's a hold on the play. Nate Rose gets the carry.
No
No flag
will come
thrown.
down.
3 for the Patriots.
So 2nd and 3 for the Patriots. They got great field position so far. 120 and ticking in the first quarter. Stern in the pistol. Nate Rose behind him. 2 men on his right, 1 man on his left. Hands it off to Nate Rose again. Gets the first down carry. Great start for Nate Rose. Seems to be that is where they will be leaning their offense today against this extremely talented Friars defense.
And you can't forget to mention the impressive offensive line of Germantown Academy. Declan D leading that force, opening up the holes that Nate needs to gain his yards.
Stern escapes the pocket, looks to throw, throws deep for Ryan Clark. I think that was Ryan Clark, but he was out of bounds. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Patriots. Just a little unlucky there.
You have to hand it to Stern, though. That was a great find on the move. 2 guys running at him. He was able to look upfield, get that pass out.
Clark brings us 2nd and 10.
23 seconds remaining in the first quarter for the Patriots.
3 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Coming out of the huddle. Stern in the shotgun. Nate Rose on his right. Mick McKee and Ryan Clark on his right. And Jack Dollarton on his left. Hands it off to Nate Rose again. Gets about 2 yards and the ball is out. Malvern signals they have it. Wait for the ref signal. And Malvern recovers the ball.
That's an unlucky play there. If you're watching closely, you see Nate run in. He trips over 2 guys on the floor there and then gets hit up top. Ball pops out.
Hold up.
A little confusion here. I don't really know what's happening yet. Stern is still
Will it
on the
remain-
field.
Will it remain GA ball?
Hey, one of those refs pointed first down for us.
Little confusion between the refs.
They might
Now they're
be
discussing.
They might be saying the ball was Nate Rose was down before he dropped the ball.
Either way, the quarter is over. It will be the second quarter, and we will be back after a short break. After the play, after the quarter was over, the refs discussed it, and it is still Patriots ball, 3rd and 8. The sides of the field flip for the quarter change. And weird play. McKee throws it away, caught by one of the coaches on the sideline. And that was a little miscommunication between the offensive line and the quarterback.
No, 13. Let's go. Let's run the Chief.
Tommy Rush back on the field to punt.
Tommy Rush back to punt for the Patriots.
High snap. Tommy Rush kicks it. Good punt. Return. Fair catch called by Steven Smith.
I mean, Tommy, you can see him warming up. You know, the first punt, unlucky, goes out of bounds. Second punt, rolls 10, 15 yards. And the third punt, beautifully right to the 10-yard line.
Yeah. So this is a big moment for the Patriots defense, down 15-0, beginning the second quarter. They need to make a stop here, make a play.
Yeah,
Get the offense back on the field.
excuse me. So yeah, I don't think the score highlights the game that's actually going on here right now. You know, GA is really holding in there strong.
Yeah, there were some great plays made by Malvern, but I think GA has been playing pretty strong compared to what the scoreboard says. Melconian runs for around 3 yards on the play.
Stay 6 or 7.
Stuffed by the offensive line.
Second and 7.
Blue floss Liz, 25 Bronco. Blue floss Liz, 25 Bronco. Yep, 25. Yeah, I think he takes the hard route. So.
Second and about 7 for the Friars.
Hey,
Melconian in the shotgun. Danny Riley on his left, motioned out wide as a wide receiver. 2 men on his right. Motions Jack Schuster, breaks away. Tripped up by Josh Kane. Tackled around the 30.
That's very well done by Josh Kane there. You know, he lost his footing. He was on the ground. He's able to get the foot of
Schuster.
I don't mind keeping the bunch Georgia, too.
First down, Friars.
First down, Friars. Melconian. Friars it to Cade Cooper. Stiff arms Josh Kane. Oh, he fumbles the ball. Ryan Clark picks it up. He's still going. Gets tackled around the 43. What a play. Wow. I'm not sure who broke the football out of Cade Cooper's hands, but it was recovered by Ryan Clark. What a play.
No, Cade Cooper looked like he was going to make a move there, open his arm up a little bit. It looks like we got a shoulder pad right in there. Popped right out into the air, right into Ryan Clark's hands. GA offense is back out on the field.
Stern in the shotgun. Nate Rose on his right.
Oh, wait, hold up. Maybe we are.
Hands it off to Nate Rose. Nate Rose makes a move and gets tackled by number 52 or 53, Joseph Soker.
On the tackle.
And feelings are getting a little hot out there. Mick McKee going at it a little bit with Steven Smith after the play in the backfield.
Yeah, you know, this is a very heated matchup. First Interac matchup for both of these teams this year. GA's is hoping to make a difference this year compared to the previous years against Malvern and the Interac. Stern in the shotgun. Nate Rose on his right. Looks to pass complete. Caught by Mason Dolder. Tackled by Max Moring, the Kentucky commit. Third and about 6.
3rd and 6 for the Patriots.
Very well done by Mason Dollar out there. Good job to get open, get hands on the ball, not fumble. Very strong out of a freshman, especially.
I don't mind.
Stern in the shotgun.
Like a straight or out a bunch.
Nate Rose on his right. Dolder on his left.
Well, I was going to say San Diego's a good tag force.
And Stern gets hammered by George Parkinson. Looked like that. And he's sacked. George Parkinson, the sophomore, very talented, has offers from Ohio State and Penn State. Tommy Rush back out there to punt.
Tommy Rush back to kick. For the Patriots.
Hey, let's go bunch Bronco coming out. I might have that backside slant too.
Rush kicks it high and deep. Takes a Patriots bounce.
Get it.
Oh,
that's on the one.
Out
That's
on the one. What a punt by Tommy Rush.
What an effort by Jack Durkin, too, especially to run in the end zone, try to get that ball. Beautiful punt. Like I said, Tommy Rush was really warming up. That was extremely well done.
Had 3 great punts today.
Yo, boys.
Ten with 8:10 remaining in the half.
Let's see it. Hey, let's see it here.
Friars back on the field. Melkonian in the backfield, in the gun. Hands it off to Danny Riley. Gets hit by Mick McKee and breaks a tackle.
Looks like Timmy Ginner will bring him down there at the 10-yard line.
Gain of 8. Begins to rain here at Cary Stadium.
Oh, and looks like we might have an injury on the field.
Matthew
on
Hadlock.
defense.
Another flag on the field, on the Friars.
Seems like it is starting to rain as well. Something which I would personally enjoy if I was on the GA defense here. It's another factor that would help limit the Malvern's strength. And number 34, Matthew Hadlock, will come off the field of the trainers looking strong, however.
Holding fire.
1st and 9 for the Friars, backed up in their own end zone. From the 1, Melkonian under center, takes a snap, hands it off to Zeke Bates, and
Oh my goodness.
he gets his. That is not Zeke Bates. Will Simmons. What a play.
Eventually taken down by Dominic DeSimone. Great running out of Dominic, able to track him down.
45-yard carry, broke a big huddle and big bunch of Patriots and Friars. The rain begins to become more steady. Luckily not blowing in the booth just yet.
With the rain comes the breeze, getting a little chillier too as well.
It's cover 3.
Melkonian hands it off to Danny Riley, who breaks away again, tackled on the play by Jack Durkin.
Right there, it seemed like GA defense had no idea that was a run play. They were all still staring at the QB there. And the runner was able to gain a few yards.
7:12 remaining in the second quarter. And in the first half, Patriots down 15-0. Melkonian in the shotgun. Danny Riley on his right. Looks to throw. Looks deep, wide open. Number 12, Jack Schluster, tackled by Mick McKee.
That was a beautiful throw too as well, right to his hands.
Sorry for the wind. It's very breezy here in Cary Stadium.
Blue Deuce plus Orbit. Make sure he's off the ball here.
6:35 remaining in the
And that's one of the things that Cary Stadium is very well known for, is the wind. No trees, no nothing, just out here in the elements.
Especially in the booth,
Yeah.
higher up in the stands.
Five's coming over.
Melkonian fakes the throw,
There it is.
looks to run, and
Get in, Jackson.
Touchdown.
He's in.
again, Friars 21-0.
And Malvern will line up for the extra point.
points.
Yeah,
Gopez on the kick, almost blocked.
I think we might have had a tip out there, but not enough to set it off course.
22-0 Friars.
6:15 remaining in the half.
6:15 remaining in the half.
Patriots.
Patriots offense really has to do something here on this next drive. You have the opportunity. You got the talent. Just got to make it happen. Put it together. Ben, what do you think the Patriots should do here on this next drive?
Dave, we run the script back.
I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. It seems like recently McMckee and our receivers especially have been pretty much on lockdown out there in the open field. So I think if we just go back to Nate Rose, let him do his thing, let him keeping those 5, 10-yard gains over and over again, we can slowly work our way down the field. But we do need to hurry it up a little bit with only 6 minutes remaining.
We'll see here again for the Friars if Gopez kicks it over the head of McMckee, or hopefully give him the possibility to return it.
He is kicking into the rain
Back to return for the Patriots.
and the wind.
Kicks it high. Returnable for Ryan Clark. He's at the 20. Gets tripped up by 29. Stefano Peliciota.
Stefano Peliciota,
My bad.
I believe.
Stern in the shotgun. Nate Rose on his left. Fakes the handoff. Fires to Mason Dolder. Follows the ball but makes the catch at around the 35 for a gain of 8.
That's a lovely catch there by Mason Dolder.
Great play. I think those chunk plays is all you need. They've seemed to be working so far for the Patriots, and if they continue to do that,
Exactly.
they could drive down the field, get right back in this game. Patriots break the huddle. Empty backfield. Stern. Ryan Clark seems very offside, but they didn't call anything. Stern looking deep for Ryan Clark. Makes the catch. Great
Wow.
throw and catch. Great throw and catch by Ryan Clark. Tackled on the play by Steven Smith. But what a throw for Xavier Stern.
Hopefully next time he watches his feet there. Line up a little bit offsides.
He did signal to the referee, and I think the referee must have said he was all right, but
Yeah.
Ryan Clark coming off the field. Stern in the pistol. Nate Rose in the backfield. Dolder motion to the right. Stern hands it off to Nate Rose. Gets about 3 or 4 yards on the carry. 2nd and 8. I don't know why the marker and the chains is at a 4th down.
For the Patriots with 4:55 remaining.
The chain said it was 4th down. Now it's fixed.
There it is.
2nd and 8 for the Patriots. Stern hoping to drop a play. Empty backfield for the Patriots. 2 men on his left, 3 men on his right. Chris Webber in the game. And a false start on the Patriots.
Oh.
As the rain begins to blow into the booth.
Looks like George Parkinson coming in a little late there on Xavier.
Yeah, he did have the huge sack against the Patriots on 3rd down. Patriots will get moved back 5 yards, make it 2nd and about 13.
Very good, Max. Yes, 13.
I mean, that's a good.
Good eyes.
Whistles blow again.
Be a timeout. GA.
GA has 1 timeout remaining for the half. Friars have 3. Hopefully they'll draw up a good play here. Another chunk play like they've been doing. They've worked. That throw to Ryan Clark was great. First big play of the game for the Patriots. They're in Malvern territory, marching down the field. I think here you got to throw the ball. No runs, unfortunately.
Yes.
It's 2nd and long. passing play.
I'd love to see GA utilize Mick McKee out here. You know, he hasn't been getting the ball too much that recently.
Yeah, on today's game, he has 1 catch for 1 yard.
Yeah.
And Dolder has 2 catches for 13 yards. Ryan Clark has that 1 big catch for 28 yards.
How about the 2-minute drill? Yeah.
All right. Second and 13 for the Patriots.
Stern in the shotgun. Nate Rose on his left. Takes the handoff. Fires down to Mason Dolder. Wide open. Gets the first down. Gets stuffed, but he got the first down. Great play by the Patriots.
First down, Patriots.
25-yard line for the Patriots.
I mean, it seems almost as if Malvern knows that Mick McKee is our number 1 and we love to go to him, and they're locking him down. But, you know, focusing all of our energy on Mick McKee, they're overlooking players like Mason Dolder and Ryan Clark.
Yeah, Patriots have a very talented receiving core. Also, who hasn't been targeted today, but Josh Kane is another receiver that is very talented. Stern in the shotgun. Nate Rose on his right. Dolder motioned out left. Stern escapes the pocket and gets sacked by number 68. Jake Coleman on the sack.
He will lose 13 yards.
Jake Coleman.
Nope. It's going to be 2nd and 16 for the Patriots.
No, we'll lose.
Lost about 6 yards on the play.
6 yards. I don't know where I got 13 from.
It's all right.
Guess that makes one of us good at reading yards on the field.
Stern in the shotgun. Nate Rose on his left. 2 men on his left. Lined up as a receiver. Hands it off to Nate Rose, and Nate Rose gets stuffed again by number 68. Coleman. His helmet falls off.
Brings up 3rd and long
He's
for the Patriots.
making some good plays, big plays for the Friars defense.
Our O-line, who started off this game decently strong, has seemed to fills out a little bit as this half comes to an end with 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining.
Yep.
We got all 3 timeouts.
So far, Xavier Stern 5 for 9, 56 yards, 3 rushes for -8 yards. Well, those are the sacks that have occurred. And Dolder is the leading receiver, 3 catches. Stern fires, caught, Mick McKee. There you go. Get some of those yards back. It'll be 4th and 9. At this point in the game, I think you might want to consider going for this. You're in Malvern territory. You're in striking distance. You just made a great play to Mick McKee.
4th and 9 for the Patriots.
And coming up to the end of the first half, I think considering going for it, and they will go for it. Stern running back onto the field. 4th and 8. Empty backfield for the Patriots. McKee, Nate Rose, and Clark on his right. Josh Kane and Dolder on his left. Looks like they're trying to draw him off sides. Play clock is ticking. They might not go for this. This might just be a play to get them off sides. They're not going for this play. Calling their final timeout.
Timeout, Patriots.
Now you wonder if maybe they'll go for it, or they'll bring the kicking unit onto the field. But I think at this point in the game, you're down 22-0. A field goal of 3 points doesn't really do much. So I think going for it would be the move, especially after your positive and great drive so far. Had some great plays. Unfortunate sack, but other than that sack, it's been a great drive for the Patriots.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one, especially going into the half with a touchdown under our belts, get some of that confidence back up, come out strong in the second half.
The Friars do receive the second half kickoff, but the Patriots hopefully should attempt to score here. They need momentum going into the half, need positivity and confidence to come out of the second half firing on defense and offense, especially with this strong Malvern team.
Most definitely.
We'll be running away from
All right, so they're going for it. Stern in the shotgun. Nate Rose on his right. 3 men on his right. Looks,
him. Max, get to him.
fires,
Yeah, Danny.
tipped by Danny Riley and out of bounds. Intended for Mick McKee. Unfortunate.
It's on the right hash.
Minute 23 remaining in the quarter, in the half. And the Patriots defense will come back onto the field. Now this is another big moment. You really cannot afford to give up a touchdown here. They get the ball in the second half. They could double dip with a touchdown closing out the first half and coming back in out of the second.
Yes. A big play would be electric out of this GA defense right here.
Just like they did last drive, forcing that fumble from Kate Cooper. Melkonian checks it down too far down the field, out of his reach for number 12, Jack Schuster.
Looked like he slipped out there as well. Especially with this GA turf, it gets especially slippery.
Yes.
Even more than it is already when it is wet.
Yep. As we mentioned before, it is misting, drizzling here, Carey Stadium, and a little breezy too. Not ideal conditions for passing.
No, not at all.
Melkonian in the shotgun. Riley on his right. 3 men on his left. Looks to pass. Has dropped by Schuster again. Wow, he was wide open out of the slant.
He was, and like just to reiterate what we just were talking about, it's the rain. You know,
It is the rain. Hands are slippery. Ball is slippery.
Yep.
Turf is slippery. It's rough, but lucky for the Patriots defense. Fortunate for them. Hopefully they'll make a stop here on 3rd and 10.
Plus, it's got to be plus. It's got to
Melkonian back in the shotgun. Riley to his left. 3 men on his left, 1 on his right. Hands it off. Oh, fakes the handoff. He's got some room to run. Slides down
Hey.
by close to the first down. We'll see where they mark it. Timmy Ginner on the tackle. Some of the coaches wanted a head-to-head targeting call, but I don't think that really was anything. Looks like, they're going to punt here. It's good for the Patriots offense. 4th and 2. Rain is becoming more steady and heavier as we're talking, and the half is kicking down. 44 seconds. If the Friars punt this ball, the Patriots should get the ball with about
grab the ball and then he released it.
24 seconds. But there's a flag on the play. They're going to move the ball back 5 yards.
Seems like the center grabbed the ball and then he released it there. Maybe the calls for that flag. I mean, like I said, because Malvern, even though they're up 22-0, they're still pretty asleep. They're making some silly mistakes out there, offensively and defensively.
Mick McKee and Ryan Clark back to return. We'll see what they do here, if they punt it to Mick McKee or avoid him, as they have been in this game. Gopez punts. Good punt. It's going to take a bounce. Mick McKee watching it bounce, watching it roll. He won't be able to return it as Malvern is all around the ball. Be around the Patriots' 20-yard line. 16 seconds remaining in the half. What do you think here, Ben? Do you think they will try to drive down the field in 16 seconds, no timeouts, or will they just take a kneel?
I personally, I was a big Madden 17 player back in the day when I was younger. And, I used to love going for the Hail Marys every play. So I'd love to see GA have a little Hail Mary. I know Xavier has the arm. Let's see if we can get some bodies down.
It is a little far right now. It has to be an 80-yard throw. But I think if they get a check down or a chunk play, maybe about 20 yards in about 8 seconds, they could easily get back, make another, not an 80-yard throw, maybe 50-yard throw or something like that.
Yeah.
But
Stern
in the pistol. Mick McKee on his left. Ryan Clark on his left. Mick McKee motions out. Hand is off to Nate Rose, and that will most likely do it for the half.
Personally, I'd like to see the GA offense be a little more advantageous in that scenario. There's 10, 15 seconds left. If they get a pick or something there, it's not like they'll return it. If it's like that, especially deep.
Yeah, it is a little difficult though. No timeouts, but I think the Patriots probably just want to get in the locker room, talk it over.
Get out of the rain and the cold.
Yep. So in the first half, Xavier Stern, 6 for 11, 68 yards. McMckee, 2 catches, 13 yards. Dolder, 3 catches, 27 yards. Nate Rose has 9 rushes for 18 yards. Ryan Clark has that 1 big catch for 28 yards.
Yep.
And we will be back at halftime, 15 minutes.
I do want to say, though, the GA offense is working. Like Max throughout the stats, like we are getting gains, we are getting yards, we are getting chances. It's not a complete shutout to the point where, we're just getting like losing yards every single play. I think the GA confidence right now, I think stopping that drive with the last 2 minutes left, that helped them out a lot, and hopefully they can go talk it over a little bit more and figure out what they needed to do to get some points on this board.
Yep. So we will be back 14 minutes to hear the second half of Patriots football. Thank you. Roster up.
And welcome back to
Cary Stadium for the second half of football. Currently, players are warming up, getting back ready for the second half. 22-0 Friars, excuse me. Patriots looking to try to come back here, and we both believe that they can. Over halftime,
funny story.
we were down in the snack stand getting some waters for our crew members, and
number 38
and
number
snacks for us
25 on Malvern
and
the
39
full pads
and 39
and 39 seemed to be getting some snacks themselves. And
Yeah.
funny enough, they were hiding pizza under their jerseys to go back into the locker room. That was quite the scene.
Yeah, it was a little interesting.
I mean, like I've been saying this like the whole first half. You know, Malvern comes out here, they think they're just going to walk all over us and be really easy walk through. They're coming in all light. They're
Well,
making stupid mistakes. And
I wouldn't say that. I think the players, overheard them saying that the food in their locker room was only for the players who were playing, and they weren't playing. So they were.
oh, so they had food in their locker room.
They had food in the locker room for the players who were playing, and I guess they have a big bench, so they have a lot of players. Their JV
Okay.
rosters here, so
Okay.
they might be on JV.
This makes more sense
in
then.
uniform.
Okay.
But still, you don't really see that often.
Yeah, no, true. Yeah, okay. This makes
Holden
sense.
Jackson to kick off to
Go Texan after
number
Patriot Reed.
is that a 5. Looks like his jersey's on. It's 5. Sorry about that.
Yeah, let's go Blazers.
That was inverted.
Number 5, Trey Gibson. Over the halftime break, we had a little leak in the booth. Water started dripping all over our papers and rosters.
Dave, I don't.
Friars will start around the 37-yard line, 1st and 10.
All right. Melaconian in the shotgun. Schuster motions. Breaks away. Breaks a couple tackles, and he's off to the races. Tackle pushed out of bounds and tackled by Jack Durkin.
I mean, that's very unfortunate out of GA there. Josh Kane broke through the line there
First down.
and was so close to getting the QB and the running back. If that was a throw, it would have been for sure a sack. And, you know, it's unfortunate to see such a good opportunity get put to waste.
So far on the day on the defensive side, Luke Albert leads the team in tackles with 4, and Jake McVeigh and Timmy Ginner are tied with 3 for second most tackles on the team. No sacks for the Patriots. Whoa.
They were going to pitch the ball out to number 24, Danny Riley, who's going to gain
Riley on the carry.
about 2 yards.
2nd and 8 for the Friars.
2nd and 8 for the Friars, already in Patriot territory with only 38 seconds into the second half. Melaconian in the backfield with a man on his left and right. Hands it off to number 43,
No,
TJ Fett,
Like if we were to.
still going. Picks up about 7 yards, maybe 3rd and 2.
Excuse me on the tackle.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and noticing a lot of our players in the GA defense playing two-way offense and defense, especially Declan Dean,
3rd and 2 for the Friars.
it's very notable that, you know, it's hard for a team like GA to keep the gas pedal to the metal the entire game.
Yeah, that's a great point. Malvern has a really large team, and Melaconian hands off to Danny Riley, who short of the first down.
And yet, even with a lot of players playing both sides, GA is still hanging on very strong defensively, and their energy levels seem to be up and high. We love to see that.
For the Friars.
Malvern lines up for a tush-push style, and they will get the first down.
Simmons on the carry for the first down.
It was a big play for the there for the Patriots if they stop that. 4th and short. Looks like Malvern is once again driving down the field. Cade Cooper already with 2 touchdown catches on Melconian's left. Danny Riley on his left as well in the backfield. Fires to Cade Cooper.
Pass complete.
He's brought down by Jack Durkin. Lovely tackle there.
Tackle by
Defense
Jake
remaining
Durkin.
strong.
46.
2nd and 8 for the Friars.
46.
The weather's cleared up for GA and Malvern.
Still a little chilly, but no more rain.
Yes.
No more violent breezes. Melconian in the backfield, in the gun, shotgun. Danny Riley on his right, TJ Fett on his left. Hands it off to TJ Fett. TJ Fett gets about 5 yards in the play.
On the carry.
Hey, how about that?
Did he get you on the tackle?
Friars offense once again moving pretty easily.
3rd and 3 for the Friars.
Patriots defense is a strong team. They got a strong unit all over the field. Hopefully we'll make a play here. Melconian hands it off to Danny Riley. Danny Riley breaks a tackle. Gain of around 5 for the first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 7-yard line.
First down, Friars. First and goal at the ball is 7-yard line. 7:48 remaining.
1st and goal from the 7. Melconian in the gun. Danny Riley on his right. Fakes the handoff. Looks to throw a check down to Schuster, Jack Schuster, the junior.
13, Chris Weber.
But out of his reach. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 7.
Chris Weber doing an excellent job of getting big and making the QB have to throw that a little too far than what he probably would have wanted to throw it.
That was a good play. 2nd and goal from the 7. Melconian breaks the huddle. Cade Cooper out left. Schuster out left as well. Melconian hands it off to Danny Riley once again, and he gets hammered and stuffed by Dominic DeSimone and Luke Albert
On the tackle.
for a loss of about a yard. Make it 3rd and goal from the 8.
GA defense playing strong, hanging on here still.
Yeah, it's a big drive. If they can make a stop here, hold them to a field goal, be huge. Getting the ball back, not allowing a touchdown. Good for their confidence as well further down the game.
Most definitely.
Melconian, 2 men on his right, 2 men on his left. Motions Schuster out left. Looks to pass. Escapes the pocket. Chased by Dominic DeSimone, and Mick McKee gets tackled and thrown to the ground by Mick McKee for a loss of another yard of 1.
Lovely tackle. You know,
4th
personally,
and goal on the 10.
personally, I feel like he definitely could have ran that in the end zone, but he was more focused on giving his wide receivers direction on where to go and forfeiting his ability to get in the end zone and keeping his head up, allowing Mick McKee to track him down.
And here's Gopez on the kick for the field goal. About a 26-yard field goal. High snap, and the kick is good. Looked a little weird. It looked a little high, a little left, but the refs
Spin
saw
was
it.
definitely off.
Yeah.
Spinning, oddly, to say the least.
You can hear the GA crowd rowdy saying we got to score.
Yeah.
It's a very valid point. But I think coming out of the half, hopefully the offense will be a little rejuvenated. Coming back on the field. Drive down the field. Score a quick touchdown. Still plenty of time for them to come back into this game. It's only
Most definitely.
four touchdown game, 3 touchdowns, 1 field goal.
2
Get
big
back to
defensive
this game.
stops.
Yep. It's not that hard for the Patriots to get back into this game.
Especially that the defense has been playing all game. I could not see him making some big plays later throughout the half.
Go Peds. Kickoff. Kicks it into Mick McKee's hands. Mick McKee returns. Breaks away. Breaks
McKee's
away.
going down the line.
And he's going to go all the way.
The 30, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Mick McKee.
And that is the exact reason why they had kicked over his head all day.
Yep. And that one was right to him. You know, it could have gone to anyone else, but right.
All
to
of the
Mick right
kicks over his head into the end zone, or one of them went to Ryan Clark, none to Mick McKee, and that one right into his hands set him up perfectly to use his explosive ability and score on that play.
And GA there, the bench goes wild. They are pumped.
And that's all they needed. That confidence. That's exactly what they needed. That should help them get back into this game. Extra point for Holden Jackson. Tommy rushed the hold. Kick up and good. 7-25 Patriots are right back in this game.
You know, even on that extra point attempt, Malvern seemed a little soft. It didn't even seem like they were trying to block it at all.
What a play by Mick McKee. His second return touchdown on the season. There's a reason that they kept avoiding him on the kickoffs. And we saw it against Petty, too. They would avoid him a little bit.
Yep. But you can't just give it all to Mick McKee. You have to also make sure we acknowledge the blockers there that did a tremendous job at making sure that he had those lanes to get through.
Exactly. He had a great open lane along the right side of the field before escaping and breaking away with his
using
breakaway
that
speed.
speed to just bolt down.
Jackson back on the field to kick off for the Patriots. Trey Gibson to return. He kicks it a little bit of a squib. Caught by Luke Land. He gets to about the 36 or 37 yard line.
And he is brought down by...
I think it was Timmy Ginner.
Timmy Ginner. Yeah.
Wes Burkowski on the tackle.
Never mind. West Burkowski on the tackle.
Number 41.
Hands off to Danny Riley. I think that was Danny Riley on the carry. It was Danny Riley for a gain of about 5, 2nd and 5 for the Friars.
Matthew Hadlock on the tackle.
Matthew Hadlock on the tackle. That's his second tackle of the game. Been all over the field today. Cut back in after. Yeah, he got hurt earlier. Came off the field, so he's all good. He's back in the game. Melkonian in the backfield in the shotgun. Riley to his left. Looks to pass. Escapes the pocket. Fires it. Dropped. And too low intended for Jack Schuster.
And that's great pressure there by Maurice Gooseby on the QB, running in, forcing him to make that pass much earlier than he probably would have wanted to.
Melkonian, empty backfield. Cade Cooper and Schuster on his left. 3 men on his right. Schuster motions out left. Another check down to Schuster. This time he catches it, and he has speed, and he easily gets the first down and more to around the 38-yard line.
Taken down by Ryan Clark eventually.
First down, Friars.
Ryan Clark, outstanding player. He's been all over the field today. Few receptions, multiple tackles.
It's a big drive for the Patriots defense here. Stop would be huge.
Most definitely.
Great play by Schuster on the run and catch. Chucks it down to Stephen Smith, and he gets absolutely stuffed by Ryan Clark.
Ryan Clark again for a loss of yards for the Friars.
Clark on the tackle.
They'll make it 2nd and 13 on the play.
Loss on the play. 2nd and 13 for the Friars.
It's a great play. Just 2 more of those. Huge for the Patriots. Melaconian. Another empty backfield. Schuster and Cade Cooper to his left.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like
And 3 men on his right. Snaps, takes the snap, fires to Schuster again. Who's still fighting. Oh,
Ball's out.
there he was down.
The whistle was blown before.
Josh Kane was punching at the ball.
I mean, I love the fire out of the GA defense right now. Whistle's blown. We're still fighting for that ball.
3rd and 7 for the Friars.
Melaconian in the shotgun. Danny Riley on his right. 3 men on his right as well. Rolls out right. Looks to pass. Motioning receivers. Fires to Cade Cooper, who breaks a tackle, gets the easy first down, and gets thrown out of bounds by Ryan Clark and Josh Kane.
Passes complete to Cade Cooper. Right, first down.
Melaconian had a terrific find out there. Good pass on the move.
Another
Under
good
pressure.
Another good catch from Cade Cooper. Already has 2 touchdown catches today. He's having a great game. Patriots haven't beat GA since 2004.
A long time.
Didn't win an Interact game last year. First Interact game of this year. Hoping to change that tone and narrative. Melaconian breaks the tackle. Up the middle, hurdles a defender. And there's a flag on the play.
Matt Hadlock comes flying in, almost obliterating Melaconian, but he uses his quick feet to dodge around him.
Waiting for the call from the officials.
They're going to wave the flag.
I'm not exactly sure what that means. It might mean they're picking up the flag.
They picked up the flag.
Yep, picked up the flag.
No penalty on the play.
No penalty.
Right call.
So the Friars will have the ball from around the 10-yard line.
1st and goal, Friars.
1st and goal from the 11, actually.
I believe the discrepancy there was if Melaconian was allowed to hurdle the player or not.
Melaconian takes the snap, looks to throw, runs up the middle, fires just
Away,
under the
another
hands of
flag.
Cade Cooper, another flag. It looked like he may have been past the line of scrimmage, if I'm not mistaken. He looked like he was a little far. And Melaconian is upset, as it is on the Friars.
Wayne Lewis will exit the
is-
field and Declan Dean will enter.
It is an ineligible man downfield, so
I mean, we could run duck out of empty. Let's see. Where's
Yeah.
Eligible man.
Friars backed up 5 yards. 2nd and goal from the 14. Conan jumps it off to Danny Riley, who's wide open and gets tackled by Jack Durkin on the play. Speedy Jack Durkin. And Cade Cooper is hurt on the play.
Jack Durkin on the tackle.
He's held up by a teammate.
I was just going to say, why don't we go Sixers and win that Maryland?
Slow to get up. Still. He looks all right. Patriots defense will come off the field. 2:14 remaining in the third quarter. 25-7. Friars.
Maryland left. Give him a left tag. Give him a left tag.
Third and goal with the ball on the 5-yard line of the Patriots.
Melkonian looks to throw. Plenty of time in the backfield. Throws it. Intended
Complete.
for number 41, Dylan Novak.
Swatted away by
Ryan Clark.
Novak, broken up by
Sorry for that music there. The board's a little wet and the buttons are getting pressed without our fingers.
Fourth and goal.
Ian
Gopez back onto the field. Huge stop by the Patriots here. Still a 3-possession game. 3 touchdowns. Make it a game again. And the kick is up, and it is no good. Oh, good. Never mind. That didn't look, from my point of view, looked a little wide left, but
I would have to agree with that.
it was good.
In the third quarter,
The officials have the right.
Patriots 7.
Friars to kick off. 1:51 remaining in the third quarter.
GA's defense is really holding up. In this third quarter, Malvern's only been held to field goals.
Gopez squib kick on the ground, touched by Timmy Ginner, picked up by Ryan Clark. He'll get a few yards out around the 22. Now the Malvern will definitely not kick it in McMcKee's area because of what happened on the last kick. They know.
Most definitely. You know, we saw special teams perform McMcKee with that return. Let's hope that the GA offense can keep this energy up and take what McMcKee had and apply it to their own.
Yeah, this is the first time we'll see the Patriots offense in the second half. And it's pretty strange for only being a minute remaining in the third quarter, but defense been on the field and the kickoff. Stern in the shotgun. Nate Rose to his right. 2 men on his right, a man on his left. Looks to pass. Throws it to Nate Rose. Makes the catch out around the 25. Catch of around 4 yards. Gain of around 4 from Nate Rose. That's his first catch of the game. This is big. This is a big drive for the Patriots. They have to score here. Time is slowly going down now, and they can make a play here, score here, right back into the game. 2 possessions.
Yes.
Stern in the shotgun. Nate Rose to his left. Motions McMcKee out wide. Looks to throw. Escapes the pocket for a yard, gain of a yard, about 1 possibly. Inches, yeah. Pushed out of bounds by Dylan Novak.
Third and 4. With 1 minute remaining in the quarter.
1 minute remaining in the quarter. 3rd and 4 for the Patriots. Stern empty backfield. Nate Rose, McMcKee, Ryan Clark out to his right. Man out to his left. looks to throw, escapes pressure, and gets sacked by number 68.
By number 68, Jake Coleman.
Jake Coleman again. That's his second sack of the game. They've got strong defense. Patriots offensive line is missing some key guys, or a key guy with Brandon Truskowski out for the game.
And it's definitely showing through a little bit.
Jack Dollarton, the freshman, taking over for him for today. Tommy Rush out there for the punt.
Tommy Rush.
Steven Smith for the Friars to return. Deep kick. Good. Takes a Patriots bounce. Takes a great Patriots bounce. Down to about the 24. Great punt from Tommy Rush. He's had some great punts tonight.
He started off a little bit cold, but he's warmed up very nicely. Very nicely. It's a terrific punt.
Great punt. Friars offense back onto the field, led by the senior quarterback Melaconian. We know we haven't seen Zeke Bates in a while. He's their starting running back. He's committed to Minnesota. Danny Riley has been taking over for him, it seems.
Only one could guess where he is.
Danny Riley takes the carry, or that's Schuster in motion, and he gets slammed down by Dominic DeSimone.
Schuster the carry, tackle by DeSimone. And that's the end of the third quarter.
That'll be the end of the third quarter. Teams will switch sides, and we'll be right back. Melaconian in the shotgun. Danny Riley to his right. Schuster lined up to the right. And Cade Cooper.
See if the GA defense can continue to perform how they have been the entire game, shutting down this deadly Malvern offense.
Refs blow the whistle. Trying to signal something. Second and about 1. Danny Riley with the carry.
Good job.
Out wide, and he gets the first down, but gets tackled by Josh Kane.
Looks like there might have been some holding out there on Matt Hadlock by number 73 on Malvern. He was complaining to the refs after that play. He was thrown out of bounds.
He's very upset. He's heated. Friars offense breaks the huddle. Melaconian in the backfield. Two men to his left. Takes a snap. Takes the handoff. Cade Cooper once again makes the catch. Breaks a tackle. Gets a gain of about 30.
Nick McKee knocks him out of bounds.
Cade Cooper has been all over the field today. Made a lot of catches for the Friars. Patriots defense in their own backed up into their own territory. Got to make a play here.
Clock winding down to 7 seconds.
Melaconian in the backfield hands it off to Danny Riley, who breaks a couple tackles and breaks out to the left side and gets a gain of about 5. 2nd and 5 upcoming for the Friars.
Declan Dean and Maurice Gooseby take the field.
Chris Weber and Wayne Lewis checking out.
Jack Durkin on the tackle. Brings up a 2nd and 5 for the Friars.
Meliconi in the shotgun. Danny Riley to his right. Looks to throw. Rolls out right. Throws deep for Cade Cooper again. Oh, nearly one-handed it.
Lovely defense by Josh Kane, staying all over his hands the whole way down.
Nearly caught by Cade Cooper there. Almost for his 3rd touchdown of the game. But overthrown a little bit.
You want out Sixers? Okay, so right over.
3rd and 5 upcoming for the Friars. Meliconian out in the huddle.
I mean, if we get this, it's worth it.
Refs, timeout, Patriots.
Timeout,
We'll be right back.
Patriots.
Meliconian takes a snap, looks to throw again. Motioning more receivers. Call for holding. Cade Cooper breaks the tackle, and he spins, but there will be this play will be called back with a holding on the Friars. The fans in the stand on the Patriots side called for it, and then the refs called it. You know, this is a completely different story than a game against Petty. Against Petty, the refs were completely against GA's side.
Yes.
They made multiple calls that called two touchdowns got called back against Petty for the Patriots, and multiple controversial calls made by those refs.
Most definitely.
But today they seem more fair. I'm not critiquing the refs, but I'm just stating the facts of what happened 2 weeks ago.
3rd and 15 for the Friars.
Meliconian, empty backfield. Cade Cooper to his left.
Yeah, we need time.
Steven Smith to his and Friars take a timeout.
It is 3rd and 15 for the Friars.
It's a
Let's
big
see the GA defense can make a big stop here and turn the tide.
10 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the game. Patriots down 21. This is a huge play for the Patriots. Hopefully they can draw up a defensive scheme to make this stop. Here we go. Meliconian, 3rd and 15. Meliconian, empty backfield. Cade Cooper to his left. Jack Schuster motioned. Looks to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's got a wide open lane. And Meliconian just slides. And that is extremely unfortunate for the
Slide
Patriots.
tackle Jack Durkin. Studs up.
That is extremely unfortunate for the Patriots. That was a huge play.
Yeah.
If they made that stop, they would have gotten the ball back.
Malvern has
Would have
the
been
ball, 1st and 10 on the Patriots.
big
20-yard
play.
line.
Like I
Big
said
opportunity
before.
there.
Remaining.
Big missed opportunity, unfortunately, for the Patriots. But let's see if they can hold him here. Meliconian takes a snap, looks to throw, fires to Cade Cooper again.
Complete to Cooper.
Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, flag, and they're going to
Flag on
call
the play.
That was a horrible call.
could be a pick play or a holding on number 6, Steven Smith. I'm not sure what the exact call is yet.
That's bad.
Malvern coaches in the booth are upset with the call.
How about us?
Refs call it on the Patriots, holding on the Patriots. May have been a pick or a holding. We're not completely sure, but it was on the Friars. We'll move the Friars back, or maybe not, because it's.
I think they moved it back from where he caught the ball.
Well,
by
why-
10 yards.
I don't know why it's 1st and 6.
The ball at 17-yard line.
Oh, where the yeah, that makes sense. Schuster looking for room, makes a spin move, gets tackled by number.
Josh Kane on the tackle.
That was not Josh Kane.
I think.
Number 13, Chris Weber.
Correction, Chris Webber on the tackle.
Nine minutes and counting in the fourth quarter, and the game. Patriots are backed up in their own end zone, 28-7 Friars. Melkonian in the shotgun. Danny Riley to his right. Cade Cooper out left. Looks to throw. Wide open is Steven Smith. Gets tackled by Jack Durkin.
First down.
As JP would say if he was here. Crazy legs, Jack Durkin on the play.
First and goal for the Friars.
His license plate actually reads Crazy Legs. Fun fact for you all.
Really?
Yeah, it does. He drives a, I don't know what car it is. It's a hybrid. Red. You'll see it. Crazy Legs.
Melkonian in the shotgun. Pitches it to Danny Riley. Danny Riley's
Got it.
in for the touchdown.
You got it.
30 foot.
A flag on the play on number 73, it seems.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Unsure about the penalty, assuming it's a holding on number 73
Luis Patrizio.
for the Friars. That would be huge. Take away the touchdown. Holding on the Friars.
He fell over him. He fell over him.
The call is a chop block on number 73 for the Friars. It's going to be backing them up to their
Block on the Friars.
to the Patriots' 23-yard line.
It'll be first down for the Friars.
Patriots had to take a timeout there. Injured player on the field. So it's first and goal from the 22
First and goal on the 22-yard line for the Friars.
for the Friars. Melkonian in the backfield in the shotgun. Danny Riley to his left. Cade Cooper motions to his right. Looks to throw it again. Gets
Swatted down.
swatted by Hadlock.
The wind is picking up. Excuse
Once
us for the
again.
noise.
It's getting a little breezy up here. A little chilly, too.
Yeah, most definitely.
Need a sweatshirt. Melkonian in the backfield in the shotgun. Danny Riley motions to his right. Two receivers to his left. Motions one. Schuster to his right. Fires to the end zone for number 41, Dylan Novak, for a touchdown. Dylan Novak making plays on both sides of the ball. He's been very talented today, looking good all over the field.
Dylan Novak, very athletic gentleman there. He's committed to Notre Dame for lacrosse. I personally had the chance to play with him this summer for club team Triple H.
Notre Dame's a pretty good lacrosse school, isn't it?
Yes, very, very good lacrosse school. They are very well known for their lacrosse.
No. Yeah.
Gopez on the kick. Up and good. 35-7, Friars. Some little extracurriculars after the play. The referees had to separate Dominic DeSimone and a player.
And, I mean, some people might not like it, but I love that fire. You know, even though we're down 35-7, the team's hot. They're still getting chippy. They're still putting 110% out there on the field, and that's what we need right now. That's what we need out of this GA team. We need that heart and the determination.
Yeah, it's important to continue playing your best. Next week, Patriots will be taking on Haverford, and then EA back at home to continue their Interac games and their trek. And Malvern, Malvern is playing Haverford next week. GA has a bye again, and then they will be playing Haverford. Gopez to kick off. Squibbs out of bounds. Another flag. Should put the ball at the 35 for the Patriots offense.
Start at their own 35-yard line with 8:19 remaining in the game.
Stern in the shotgun. Nate Rose to his right. Dolder motions to his left. Two receivers out to his right. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, fires to Mick McKee in the slant. Gets the first down and more. 12-yard catch.
Steven Smith will bring down McMckee. McMckee with a strong catch.
Patriots offense in the hurry up. Stern in the shotgun. Nate Rose to his right. Two receivers to his right as well. Fakes it off once again and batted by Jackson Ford. And there's Jackson Ford. He is the star on Malvern's defense. Committed at Penn State, 4-star recruit. He's very talented defensive end.
2nd and 10 for the Patriots.
Penn State takes on
Northwestern today.
Northwestern, yes, 3:30. They should be kicking off.
Yep.
In a little bit.
You know, rough week for Philly sports. Not including Penn
Very
State,
rough
but
week. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, rough week for Penn State too.
Yes.
Losing to UCLA last week. Yeah, has been a rough
Stern,
rough run.
empty backfield, throwing, intended to Mick McKee, caught, makes a move, makes him a miss, gets around 7 yards to make it 2nd and 3.
Props to Mick McKee there. He catches the ball with two Friars staring down at him. Mick keeps his feet moving, stays jumping. He's able to dodge one of them, get brought down in a second, but still gain yards from his original catch.
Third and 2 for the Patriots. Hurry up again in the pistol. Nate Rose in the back. Xavier hands off to Nate Rose. Nate Rose has some room to run. Down to the 30, the 25, 20, and he's out of bounds at the 20, at 18.
Nate Rose, lovely. Just lovely. Beat a few guys, broke a tackle. Love to see it. It's peak athleticism.
Great blocking by the Patriots as well.
Lovely.
Had Tommy Rush down the field making a good block. Seven minutes and counting in the game. 1st and 10 for the Patriots from the Friars 18. Stern over the middle to Nick McKee, who's wide open for a touchdown. 2nd touchdown of the game for Mick McKee. 35-13 Patriots. They got a little momentum. Not a lot of time, but there's still enough time to make some moves and make some plays.
Very true. It's unfortunate how the GA offense is becoming much more versatile and putting points up on the board. But I wish we could have seen this a little earlier in the game instead of in the fourth quarter.
That's a great point. This drive was very strong for the Patriots and no good from the kick with Holden Jackson.
Missed kick. Still a little windy out.
Still a little windy, still a little breezy.
Patriots 13.
So Patriots 13, Friars 35.
And the rain starts to come down yet again for the second time this game.
Here we go again.
Let's hope our trash bag holds up, keeping our papers wet.
Oh no. Got a leak in the booth. And it's even windier again.
Yeah. The conditions are picking up.
We'll see if the Patriots would try to get an onside kick here. Trying to fight.
I think they will. I would go for it. If
I don't think
them.
you have a choice.
I mean, you're already down by. They have a pretty big deficit already, so it wouldn't be hurting them too much if they were to not get the ball. I think it's a good call by the coaching staff if they did this, and they will be.
Looks like it's a weird formation, so it's going to be an onside kick. You kick it, and it's recovered by number 42,
Onside kick is recovered by
Shane
number
Dwyer.
42, Shane Dwyer. Friars will take over.
Yeah. Red slot plus. Red slot plus. Rex. 38.
Friars offense will be back on the field in a moment.
Remaining in the game.
2 timeouts each team remaining.
No. Hey, we're Bulls. If it's slot.
35 Friars, 13 Patriots.
Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining.
Melaconian
Let's see if this defense holds up.
in the shotgun. Danny Riley to his right. Looks to escape, rolls out, throws deep, wide open. Completed to TJ Fett, second catch of the game.
I would call that somewhat lucky for the Friars there. You have Melaconian under immense pressure, and he hucks it up in the rain, throws somewhat of a duck, wobbling through the air, and luckily lands right in his receiver's hands.
That was freaking beautiful.
You know, I think we have to give the Patriots credit here. They've been playing strong most of the game. They've been standing in the path of one of the best teams in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
And I think it's definitely progress and improvement from last year, and they're looking pretty good. I think, hopefully, as TJ Fett makes another carry, I would hope that they carry this momentum into next week and the future Interact games,
TJ Fett on the carry.
as that comes like a big thing.
Yeah, especially against SCH. They play in, was that 4 weeks from now?
Second and 2
About.
Friars, so 5:41
GA doesn't play SCH this year.
Oh, they do not play SCH this year.
Malvern plays
Sorry,
SCH.
that's Malvern.
GA's big game this year, obviously, is if you were from GA, you know, GAPC Day, and which is in November 8th at PC, and Melaconian
Will jump into the end zone.
rushes for a touchdown, 41-13.
I hope that fires up the GA defense and the GA offense after seeing that. A little bit disrespectful by Melaconian. Unnecessary leap into the end zone.
Ian Gomez to attempt the extra point.
Kick is good from Gopez,
Is good.
42-13.
5:21 remaining in the game. Friars 42.
5:21 remaining in the game.
13.
We'll be right back. Gopez to kick off. The rain has become steadier.
Ian Gopez. kicking
Mick
off for
McKee
the
back to
Friars.
return. They kick it to him, but they're going to let it bounce into the end zone.
Touchback.
That was a low, hard-driven ball in the rain. Would have been very difficult to field. Seems like Ryan, Clark, and Mick McKee agreed on letting it fly through them. GA offense will take the field with 5 minutes and 21 seconds remaining. 1st and 10.
Patriots have the ball on their own
So
20-yard line.
I would like to
1st and 10,
correct
5:21
a
remaining.
statement I made earlier. GA does not have a bye next week. They take on SCH, and then they take on Haverford, and then Episcopal back home.
Seems like the schedule we were given was incorrect. But,
I should not have trusted Max Preps, I guess, fully with the schedule.
yeah.
Stern looks to throw. Escaping pressure. Looks to throw again. Looks for Dolder and just throws it away over his head.
Pass intended.
Got to shore up the protection a little bit.
Dolder.
Yeah, so if you want to follow up with football streams, future streams for other sports, we might be streaming a water polo game next week or anything.
2nd and 10 for the Patriots.
Go on Instagram, follow GA_broadcasting. We post graphics, player of the games, and updates about when our next streams will be. Stern in the pistol. Nate Rose behind him. 2 men to his left, 2 men to his right. Hands it off to Nate Rose. Nate Rose breaks through, gets around 5 yards on the play.
Nate Rose is eventually tripped up by Sam
Jumping
Kumpa.
on the tackle.
Nate Rose on the day, 11 carries, 46 yards. Solid day for him. Overall for the offense, 110 passing yards for Xavier Stern, 50 receiving yards for Mick McKee. Stern, empty backfield. 2 men to his right, 3 men to his... 2 men on his left, 3 men to his right. Looks to throw, escapes the pocket, looks deep. Oh, and Nate Rose just dropped it. His defender had slipped and fallen.
For Nate Rose, incomplete.
Nate Rose having to
Unfortunately.
jump in the air to make that catch a little bit, leaving his feet with the rain and the wind. Factors playing into that drop.
Tommy Rush back to punt.
Tommy Rush back out there to take the punt.
4 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in the game.
Snap is a little high. Tommy Rush escapes the blockers and punts.
Punt will roll.
Makes another roll and
Pick up about 10 yards off that roll. And Malvern will be placed on their own 40.
so
Excuse me, their own 40.
Xavier Stern is, as we know, he's in contention to break the all-time Interac passing record. He is currently 377
With 4:15 remaining in the half.
377 yards away from breaking the Interac record.
1st and 10.
If he could get a few more today, he could break it against SCH next week. Meliconian is out of the game as number 10, Caden Wallace, is now into the game, taking over at quarterback as the Friars are in control here with 4 minutes ticking. 42 Friars, 13 Patriots.
KF9, 2nd and 1.
The rain has gotten even steadier. Oh no.
And our trash
Oh
bag
no.
is leaking.
Oh no.
And our papers are getting wet once again.
We gotta fix this. It's coming down. I'll be right back.
Malvern is taken down
Wallace on the
by
carry.
Luke Albert, 71.
First down Friars.
This water is getting kind of bad. Malvern, first down and 10. They'll run the ball. And they will lose yards. That is Dominic DeSimone on the tackle. It will now be 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 for the Friars.
And it is dripping everywhere on us right now. Only 2 minutes remaining in the game. Keenan Moss will hand it off to Matthew Piz, and he is brought down by 3 GA players. That is Ryan Clark, Dominic DeSimone, and Chris Weber.
Loss on the play.
It will now be 3rd and 13. GA defense still holding on very strongly. Rain is coming down very heavily. A minute, 30 seconds remaining. Malvern will break the huddle. Kurt Leopard lines up next to Keenan Wallace. It'll be a handoff to Leopard, and he will be knocked out of bounds by Josh Caney. He will stumble and fall by the trainer's cart. Yeah, we're gonna a lot of rain. I'm holding the soundboard, not get wet. It is 4th down and 10, and it looks like Malvern will be going for it. There's 30 seconds left in the game. Leopard lines up next to Wallace. Wallace takes a snap and whistles blown dead. It's a flag on the play. Looks like they will lose 5 yards.
The clock. I am back now. Still soaked. Everyone is soaked.
4th and 15 for the Friars.
Everything is soaked.
Yes.
All my papers. All of our papers. The camera is drenched.
And Wallace will run
For a first down.
gain a first down with 11 seconds remaining, and the clock stops. Timeout.
Timeout Patriots.
Patriots, yes.
So, Malvern will move on to 5-1 on the season. GA will fall to 3-3. Malvern next week plays Haverford. GA next week plays SCH. They do not have a bye at SCH.
And something to mention, I'm not upset with this Germantown Academy performance, because I feel like through this game, we've truly found our identity in who we want to be. This team is full of dogs. They've been fighting all day, through the rain, through the wind, against 4-star, 3-star recruits with numerous offers, and they're showing who they are. They are not giving up.
Oh my God!
And the water's pouring right now. Nate Rose with the carry for 2 yards, and the clock will wind to 0, and that will be the game.
Thank you so much for watching. Unfortunately, the Patriots could not take down Malvern. Malvern next week, as I said earlier, will play Haverford. GA will play SCH. We will be back for a football stream next November 1st, and GA Broadcasting will be streaming next Wednesday against water polo, against to be determined, but water polo stream upcoming. Follow the GA Broadcasting Instagram, GA_Broadcasting, to follow our updates. Thank you.
Thank you and goodbye.
Have a good night.